The court had fixed this as a date for plea taking, but yesterday the defense lawyers filed a constitutional application because we were dissatisfied with the refusal of the judge, Justice Baguma, to recuse himself, and also his refusal to refer the question of his recusal to the Constitutional Court. That's when the last time we were here. So yesterday, an application was filed framing several constitutional issues to the court, among them the right to fair trial before an independent and impartial court. This is because the accused persons, our clients, do not believe that they will get fair trial by an independent tribunal or court before Justice Baguma. So having filed that constitutional application, a second application to stay the proceedings so that Justice Baguma's court should wait for the outcome of the Constitutional Court before proceeding with the case. So today we were telling the court, do not take the plea, stay all proceedings until we come back from the Constitutional Court. The court agreed with us that the stay application should be heard first. He has given us a date for hearing. That date is 22nd of December. The prosecution has been given up to the 11th to file their replies because we had not served them. They were being served today. And we have up to the 18th to make any rejoinder, and then 22nd will be heard. But today we have also reminded the court, even with all those applications, the court still retains its jurisdiction on matters of bail, and the court can actually release the accused persons or admit them to bail on its own motion, especially noting that they have been in custody now for more than 1 year, and their case has not commenced. We've also noted that the prosecution has not given us committal documents. They were committed in May, and up to today, December the 4th, we do not have a committal bundle. So our clients do not even know what they are being asked to plead to, knowing it's charges of treason, but not knowing what evidence or acts they are alleged to have committed means they are being asked to plead to what they do not know. So we are coming on 22nd for hearing of the application of stay. There is also a bail application pending, and in the application for stay, we are also asking for bail. But we want stay granted, and we will keep reminding the court it can on its own motion admit them to bail. They have all the documents, they have the sureties, and they know what we said in the previous applications.
Okola kibayita okugubasomera kimuteekeddwa okumanya wa public kyeteekeddwa okumanya. Dr. Besigye n'Obedi Lutale okuva lwe baleetebwa mu kkooti wano oba olwabakola komito olwabagamba lwabakola komito nga 29 omwezi ogwokutaano tebasomerwanga mu busango mu butongole. Omuntu yenna ng'avudde magistrate court bw'ajja mu kooti eyawaggulu bamusomera gye bayita indictment omusango tebagusomeranga, naye olwaleero babadde bategese nti bagubasomere bababuulire omusango gwe bavunaanibwa. Tubadde tekinnakolebwa tetukyemulugunya nti kooti ya mukulu Baguma teri mu bwenkanya, era abantu baffe Dr. Besigye n'Obedi Lutale bazze bakyogera lunye si beeteefuteefu kuwozesebwa mu maaso ga mwami Baguma, era n'omusango tebaagala gusomebwe maaso ga Baguma. Era n'olwaleero tuzze nga tuli bamalirivu ga mu musango tegusomebwa, kyekyatututte mu kooti etaputa ssemateeka tetuteekayo okusaba kwaffe, kubanga emiwaatwa gyonna gye tubadde tuyitamu wano muga nti owaayo omusango guveemu n'agaana. Ne tumugamba ky'oba oddako nno kale oba ogaanye okuvaamu buweereze mu kooti etaputa ssemateeka fayiro yaffe, kooti nayo eyongere okutundira ku nsonga ez'obwenkanya oba ddala wanaabeerawo obwetengerevu bwa kooti nga atika eya 28 n'eya44 bwe zoogera. Justice Baguma era n'agaana. Kati ekkubo lye tubadde tusigaza limu lya kufayiringa constitutional petition eyateereddwayo olunaku lwajjo ne tuteekamu n'application esaba nti nga kooti etaputa ssemateeka egenda maaso n'okuwuliriza petition eyo mukulu Baguma agira ayimiriza mu bibye. Olwaleero kye tutunuulidde application eyo agitaddeyo nga ennaku z'omwezi 22 lwejja okuwulirwa. State ezeegamba bo tebannagimanyaako ne babawa paka ng'ennaku z'omwezi 10 babe nga 11 bateekemu okuwoza kwabwe, then naffe tuddemu nga 18 nga 22 tukomewo wano tutandike okuwulira application eyo oba Baguma Justice Baguma ayimiriza okugenda mu maaso n'okusomera Dr. Besigye omusango nga bwe tulinda kooti etaputa ssemateeka emala okusalawo oba nedda. Kyokubiri kwe kuba nti n'ebbeeyi lwebaweebwe bamaze omwaka mulamba kati kumpi n'omwezi gumu nga bali ku rumandi nga omusango gwabwe teguwulirwa, ate nga balina eddembe lyabwe okweyimirirwa. Abajulizi bonna baweebwayo na buli kimu kyonna bakituukiriza ekyetaagisa, so nga tugamba ne ku olwo era tujja kusaba Dr. Besigye n'Obedi Lutale beeyimirirwe. Naye ne kino tekirekeka. Lunaku lwajjo Mwami Museveni yalonze Tukakyungulwa Richard nga chairman wa General Court Martial. Mumumanyi bulungi Tukakyungulwa kye yatukola mu General Court Martial nkoko baana baayo. Yatuuka n'ajungulula balooya bonna, yajungulula senior counsel. Manyi yatuuka n'omugamba nti ono foreigner webweru tamumanyi tayinza ndala kuwolereza mu kooti yange. N'atuuka nagagwe Martha Karua nsobola n'okukwatira mu kooti yange. Imagine eri yalinga advisor jaja advocate abanga advisor awabula kooti naye ng'obuyinza bwalaga mama. Kati kyewunyisa oba yalaganga obuyinja amaanyi ago nga advisor nga jaja advocate ne kati bwe bataddewo ddala ye ssenkagale wa kooti akulira abalamuzi abalala 9 bali 10 kigenda okuba mu General Court Martial kigenda kuba kifumba mutwe. Naye naffe tufunvubidde era tugenda mu maaso n'okulwanyisa kooti ya Tukakyungulwa kuba tumanyi lwaki bagireetedde mu kaseera kano ng'ebikolwa by'okutulugunya abantu bigenda mu maaso. Aba opposition abantu bangi bakubibwa tiyagaasi alinga tiyaga kuba emiggo okutinga okuba emiggo okubuzibwawo kw'abantu bateeka simanya mu fridge kugenda mu maaso. Kaakati tulina n'okutya nti nawano basobola okukira bati ne bagira bati bino ebintu by'abano teweewuunya nga kifayiro bakisituddewo wano bakijjewo Baguma nga bakizizaayo mu General Court Martial kubanga yali yafa kati bagizuukusizza nga bakitadde eri nga bagamba fayiro kati eri wa Tukakyungulwa nga batugamba tudde mujjukire gye baasibira ero nikiiza. So luno olutalo lwakufa na kuwona era ffe tugenda maaso n'okugamba bannaffe ffenna bwe tuli mu mbeera enyegerezebwa abali ku sayidi eyagala enkyukakyuka nti luno lwoya lwa mu nnyindo tulina kulwanira wamu okulaba nga twejjako embeera eno. Tukakyungulwa teyazze kusiba bamenyi b'amateeka, yazze kulwanyisa babyabufuzi abaagala enkyukakyuka mu ggwanga. Mwebale nnyo mu bujjuvu.
During the trial of Dr. Kizza Besigye and Obedi Lutale at the Makindye General Court Martial, is now the chairman of the court. He, a lawyer, was present and didn't seem to see anything wrong with the orderlies of the court assaulting an advocate. Aaron Kiza, who had come to do duty. To hear now he is the chairman. If an advocate could be assaulted while he sat there and he did not advise the court martial, and that he is chairman, I actually pity anybody who appears before that court martial.
We had succeeded in bringing it to an end through that protracted litigation which went up to the Supreme Court. But unfortunately, now they have resuscitated it. It's a reincarnation now, and now in a more lethal form, because Tukachungura is worse than Freeman Mugabe. Even when he was still just a judge advocate, he reigned supreme in that court. And he didn't mince words. He said his word was binding, was final. Whatever he said was final. Yet it was just an opinion given to court to take its own decision. But he would impose it on court, and you would see, actually, Freeman and his team would gladly embrace the verdict of Tukachungura. So if he behaved that way as a judge advocate, now just imagine what's going to happen when he's the Supremo, when he's the presiding officer of that kangaroo court. It's going to be worse than before. And it's the reason we are determined and we are marshalling up all our efforts, the forces of change, to ensure that we bring down this tool of oppression. It's incumbent upon all of us to get together, to bury our hatchet, and bring down this tool of persecution. And that's what we are determined to do. We are worried. Anything can happen. Like this ping pong which is happening here. Anytime they can even shift this file back. Remember, there are files which were supposed to be transferred to the civilian courts. Up to now, they have not been brought here. So it would appear they are just going to reactivate those files, which had now been kept in the sheriff's, the general court martial. Now they reactivate it and bring people to take plea there. So the same thing can happen to Dr. Besigye, just pushing this file back and say now, go back to Kachunguru. We are saying no, and we are going to put up a spirited fight against that kangaroo court.
And it was brought up to defeat the judgment of the Supreme Court. So there is still a moot question here. You cannot bring change of the law to defeat a judgment of the court.